Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to go to Weymouth CEX to see if I can pick up anything for the collection behind me. Yeah, either I'll see you there CEX or a charity shop. Yeah, I'll see you there. Outside of Weymouth CX, this is all the stuff he had in the front window. They did have his Tomb Raider here, but it's not the one I am looking for. But let's go inside to see what else he had. This is the right side of the cabinet. So they did have a lot of N64 stuff there and GameCube. They had like, odds and sods accessories on this shelf here, and then obviously Pokemon and DS's and Disney Infinity figures. But yeah, now at the DS section in the store, they did have a wide variety here. As if you know in this channel, that we are doing a series of getting every DS game available in the UK. Unfortunately, they didn't have anything I was really looking for, but here is the wide selection. Did have a lot of gaps in this shelf, unfortunately, but is there any that I should have picked up or not? Let me know down in the comments if so. Now at the PS3 section in the store, they did have quite a lot of stuff in there. A lot of duplicates of Call of Duty, so if you are a fan of that, make sure to come to this store because they have a load of it. But the rest of it was quite a lot of decent games. Unfortunately, they did have a lot of duplicates like that, Need for Speed Underground there. But I did pick up a game I did need from this section, but I'll show you obviously that later in the video. But yeah, that is all the PS3 stuff they did have. Yeah, now at the PS2 selection, they did have a lot of stuff here. Not a lot of front facing, which is nice to see, especially in stores. But apart from that, there wasn't anything really that I was looking for in this CX, which is a shame because it did have a lot of wide variety. Now at the 360 section, they did have quite a lot of wide variety near the top, like that Bioshock Steelbook, for example. Fortunately, I have that in the collection already, but I would have picked that up if I didn't. A lot of the rest of the shelves were mostly Call of Duty based, and a lot of common titles. There's not really anything here that I would want for the 360, apart from two that I did pick up. At the other side of the 360 selection, they did have, so they didn't have a lot there that I was really needing, to be honest. They did have some nice games there. Obviously, backup there was Left 4 Dead and everything else, but apart from that, there wasn't too much on this side. So yeah, I am now back from Weymouth CX. They had quite a wide variety there, as you can see from the clip I've just shown you. They had quite a lot of stock in there. Not a lot of front facing, which is lovely to see, especially in like CXs like that as well. Very small CX. It's a lot smaller than my local CX. But apart from that, I did get all the games I need except one. The one game I didn't get there was Force Unleashed, the first one. I could never find it in anywhere, and they did say I had it in stock, and the guy looked at the back for me, and I really appreciate that. But there was nothing there of the Force Unleashed, unfortunately. But they did have a second one, but I already have a second one, so I don't really need that. But I did come out of 3 other games that I did need for the collection. 2 are on the 360, and 1 is on the PS3. With the 360 games, they are both exclusive to the 360, but stick around to the end to see what the last 360 game is, because it's rarely ever in stock in CX. I don't know why, but stick around to the end of the video to see what that game is. But I'll start off with the PS3 game that I did pick up. It's a part of a set I'm trying to complete, and that is Smackdown vs. Raw 2009 featuring ECW. £1.50, very cheap game. I do love old wrestling games. Let me know in the comments if you also collect wrestling games or play wrestling games. But I don't want the 2K games, I want the THQ games. So WWE 13 was the last THQ game that like the publisher made. But I want to get from 13 down, so whatever THQ have done, I want them games, because that's what I grew up with as a child. But for £1.50, not too bad. I'll also put up where else you can pick it up. I think it's on 360 as well. But for £1.50, it ain't a bad deal, and it goes into the collection for the THQ lineup I'm trying to complete. And then there's the back, obviously featuring Triple H and behind the sticker, Shawn Michaels. Pretty cool cover, but I do like... I think it's one with John Cena and Batista, I'm pretty sure. But that one is my favourite cover. But this one is probably like my second favourite, maybe. But there's that one. And then obviously I've shown the back. Obviously it comes with a manual, which is really nice to see. Especially for a £1.50 game. You rarely ever see the manual of it and a nice looking disc. But yeah, for £1.50 it goes into my THQ collection and also my PS3 collection. Then for the second game I picked up, it cost me £6. It's only on Xbox 360. I'm pretty sure you can't get it on anywhere else, but it'll be up here if you can. But that game is Condemned. Now, I'm pretty sure it's only a Xbox 360 exclusive, even though it doesn't say it there. I'm pretty sure it didn't release anywhere else except Xbox 360 and maybe the PC. But for £6, I've got Condemned 2 on the PS3, but as I said, you can't get it on PS3, you have to get this on Xbox 360, but for £6, not too bad. This is a game that keeps going up in price. The condition isn't great, but as I said, it's not the end of the world. I'm not expecting it to be a mint condition game. It's a very old game, but for £6, there's the front, and there's the back. So if you sort of like the psychological horror and stuff like that, I think you like this. And also if you like Saw and stuff, maybe that might be a go-to game for you. But for £6, not too bad. Also, I'll put up if you can get it anywhere else. I'm not sure if you can, but this did come with a nice manual as well. A little bit dirty case as well, which is a bit of a shame. But apart from like a bit of dirt, you can probably see it there. It's easily cleaned up, and I can get a wipe or something on that, and that'll clean that straight up. But for £6, not too bad. It was made by Sega, which is really weird to say because you normally associate with Sega with like family games mostly. But yeah, made by Sega, and obviously it's an 18, so be prepared for like a nice horror game, a good series. I wish they brought it back, but unfortunately they haven't. But be a good series if they did bring it back. But yeah, for £6, not too bad. Now, the final game that everyone, I'm assuming, has stuck around to the end of the video for. It's a game that is a grail of mine. It's not a very expensive game. It was at one point. It was about a £30 game. It has gone down quite a considerable amount. I think that's due to like lack of stock, basically. And the stock that is available is very cheap or very broken, as you'll see in a minute. But that game is Ninja Blade for the Xbox 360. Now, this was only on the 360. It didn't go anywhere else. It's made by From Software, which is known for like Doom, Dark Souls and stuff like that. So it is a very popular name, and e.g. why it's very, very rare to come across, because a lot of people like From Software, me included. But I've wanted this for ages. I wanted it physically. I played it digitally years ago, but I do want this physically. As you can see in a minute why it's so cheap. But there's the front, and then as you can see from the back, I don't know if you're able to see it, but there is a massive gouge like here. You see it? There? I don't know if you see it. What's that? The problem with that is I'm not too bothered. It's original, and it's a game I've been looking for ages. And for £6, as I said, it was originally like £35 in CX. That was about 6 months ago, so this has gone down drastically. So if you ever do see this, definitely pick this up because it's a great game. I can't recommend this game enough. If you like the Ninja Gaiden series or Dark Souls, this is right up your alley. I definitely worth picking this one up. And there's the back. Now, as I said, the tear there, but it's not a problem because you're not going to really see it from like the spine area as much as you can see. I don't know if you're able to see it, but it's not too noticeable. I put a back card or something there so you wouldn't be able to see it. But yeah, there's the back. Now, this did come fully complete with manual. I also did a case swap. So if you're wondering why this case is a lot lighter than it would be when it first released, basically I did case swap for a game for like 50p because it was originally a black case, and I can't stand black cases on games, especially when they're originally in a green case. But I did case swap this, so the case is a lot more minty and better, because the other one had cracks all the way down it, had everything. It was completely busted. I don't understand why they did sell it in CX like that, but anyway, for £6, not a bad deal. As I said, it's nowhere else, so I can't put it up here to see where else you can get it. But it's worth a buy if you do like From Software games, and as I said, one of the best games they've ever made. And it's also got quite a lot of quick time events. So if you like Bayonetta, that is another game that I recommend that's kind of associated with that. But yeah, that's all the games that I did pick up today. Hopefully you enjoyed the little like haul I did in Weymouth. If you want to see more of that sort of content, make sure to like this video and also let me know in the comments. And also, we are super close to 500 subscribers, so if you want to subscribe, there should be like a little button here, and maybe some like videos here or here somewhere. Make sure to click the subscribe button because we are getting to that 500 subscriber goal. But yeah, stay awesome, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.